Let's bring you some breaking news that has come to us in the last minute or so from Buckingham Palace. His Majesty the King has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew. This statement coming into us in the last 10 or so seconds from Buckingham Palace. And I'm going to read to you exactly what this statement says. Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge has, to date, provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease, and he will move to alternative private accommodation.
We're breaking into that story because we have some breaking news coming to us from Buckingham Palace. They have released a statement saying that His Majesty the King has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew. Now, this, of course, comes after weeks and weeks of speculation and controversy about Prince Andrew. He relinquished most of his official titles just a week or so ago.
Nigel, thank you. Live from London. We're going to bring in our royal correspondent Cameron Walker, in fact, for an update just breaking regarding Prince Andrew. Let's cross live now to Cameron Walker.
Sam, thank you. In the last few moments, we have received a significant statement from Buckingham Palace, and it reads the following. His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, the titles and the honours of Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
And we have breaking news from the UK. Buckingham Palace says King Charles will strip his younger brother Andrew of his titles and honours and force him out of his home. The CBC's Hilary Johnstone joins me now with the details. So, Hilary, we knew there were the titles, but this is
the
just
Duke
sort
of York, which he lost that title. He had voluntarily agreed to give that up just a couple weeks ago that you and I were speaking about this breaking news. But we have another major development, and that is Buckingham Palace announcing just minutes ago that Prince Andrew will no longer be Prince Andrew. We have some breaking news to begin with. We're following out of the UK. King Charles has stripped Prince Andrew of his titles and honours. He will also lose his home. Buckingham Palace says a formal notice has now been served on Andrew to surrender the lease of his Royal Lodge mansion. He will move to an alternative private accommodation. The announcement comes as the royal family faces renewed scrutiny over Andrew's ties to late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Prince Andrew is set to be stripped of his royal titles and surrender the lease on his official residence. Buckingham Palace has announced that the King has started a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew, who will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. This is a fast-moving situation, so let's go straight to our Europe correspondent Elias Kluwer, who is at Buckingham Palace for us this morning.
We begin with breaking news from Buckingham Palace this hour. Prince Andrew will no longer be known as a prince and will revert to his name, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He'll also move out of Royal Lodge and into private accommodation under new instructions from his brother, the King. It all follows the continuing links between Andrew and the late pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Joining us live from London is News Corp's Europe correspondent and Sky News contributor Sophie Ellsworth.
We're going to turn now to that breaking news from Great Britain, and Prince Andrew will formally be stripped of his royal title. This word coming from Buckingham Palace. All of this in the wake of his association with Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew will now essentially be a commoner.
All right, we want to get to some breaking news right now. Prince Andrew is losing his royal titles and being evicted from his royal residence. King Charles III is officially stripping his brother of his remaining titles. Andrew gave up his other royal titles earlier this month, including the Duke of York, following more revelations about his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Breaking news out of London, where Buckingham Palace has issued a statement saying that King Charles has started the formal process to strip Prince Andrew of his prince title. He will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and the BBC is reporting that he'll have to move to another royal estate.
So I have an update in on Prince Andrew, if we can even call him that anymore. He's going to have his royal titles formally removed. Also, will be moving out of his home in Windsor.
En Reino Unido, Carlos III ha decidido despojar a su hermano Andrés del título de príncipe. Una decisión conocida esta tarde y que llega apenas unos días después de que se le retirase el duque de York y además Diego Arizpeleta lo echa de la mansión donde vivía sin pagar desde hace años.
But I just want to give you some breaking news that's coming out of Buckingham Palace tonight. Prince Andrew, brother of King Charles III, will officially lose his title of prince and will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He will also have to move out of Royal Lodge in the grounds of Windsor Castle.
You have a breaking story which we should respond to. That's why I stopped you, Matt, so forgive me. So, Prince Andrew. The King has initiated a process, so we're going to discuss this. Prince Andrew will no longer be Prince Andrew. He will be Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He will surrender the lease to his home, and he will find alternative private accommodation.
I'm going to say. Hold on, we've got some guys, hold on. Breaking news, by the look of it. Yeah. What was that? We didn't say. This is the news that Andrew is no longer a prince. Wow. Crikey. What's happened? The bad news is he's become king. Yeah.